don't forget to breathe. Please don't forget to breathe. Please don't forget to breathe. Breathe it in, let it out. Take it in and then release. Take it in and then release. Then go back to being a beast. Then go back to being a beast. Yeah. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Please don't forget to breathe. Breathe it in, let it out. Take it in and then release. Take it in and then release. Then go back to being a beast. Then go back to being a beast. Don't forget the word and dealing.
You're a quality comedian. You've been doing comedy 75 years.
That's 2 years less than what you were doing. But go ahead.
I remember I saw you open up for Jesus that one time.
I know. She got that with Moses, wasn't it?
And you in the audience?
That fish and that bread, you just start feeding everybody. But anyway.
Yeah, I was a waitress.
Power 904.
Power 904, everything hot. Power 904, everything hot. Power 904, power 904, power 904. Power 904, everything hot. New music I play non-stop. A 904 I play exclusive. I drop a 904 I play them a shell down that beat. I get one up fireplace. Power 904 turn up the whole place. Power 904 turn up the whole place. Hero. Shake up the place, everybody wake up, circle the block, wait for the snake, eagle a grip, when we see prayer brawling in the night, army go there, aim to the crown, before boys skate, fix them business, soul translate, every duty we live, no light we
Power 904 Radio, where the hottest music plays, 24/7, all year, all the time.
Hey, bye. Hey, Mika, come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Go to the gym, we gonna do it, go back. You make me so happy, you make me eat snow, babe. You
need 5 stars today.
Are we going to the gym?
We're gonna go to the gym, but
we're
gonna go to the spot. No, we gotta get this.
What
detox.
spot?
We gotta go detox.
What detox?
Baby, New Year's, you know how we partied on New Year's. We said New Year's resolution, we fucking that up. So we're gonna go get this detox, we're gonna go get some herb, we're gonna go straighten our body out.
Herbs like
we can talk about that type of herb. But the type of herb I'm talking about is to cleanse our body, baby. I need some sea moss.
Some sea moss?
I need some sea moss. I need some black seed oil.
Oh, and it's a detox, and they have detox here too.
They got some detox too, so you can drink that and you can strain everything out, all the bad toxins. So,
you always put me on, baby.
My toxins.
You know I want to keep them in. I'm so ready, babe. All right, girl. Babe, where are we at? Are we gonna make it there?
I'm taking you to the spot, baby.
Where is the spot? Please don't let it be a bando, babe.
It's not a bando, baby. I'm taking you where we
it's
can
a
go
real
and get
business because you know last time you talking about a homeboy, we pulled up. It was a trunk of a car.
That was that one time, baby. That was that one time. This ain't that one time. Baby.
Okay.
I'm telling you this. You my love. You my love.
You say that,
but I'm trying to take care of you.
You say that.
And by me trying to take care of you, I know what you're trying to do.
This is a bar.
And with me know what you're trying to do. Hey, I'm just letting you know, baby. Just the spot right here.
Right
okay,
here?
They got other businesses. Okay, my man.
Yours, babe.
I mean,
so you said sea moss, black seed.
Black seed oil. I need my sea moss. And your detox.
And my detox.
And some black mac.
What's that?
Oh, that's for the night.
Tonight?
We're gonna talk about black
tonight.
Mac. Yeah. Tonight.
I know what that song means. Okay.
Blackfield College.
Okay, I miss you, baby. Okay, I love you. Such a strong man. Just like this thing, Black Labor Exchange, Black Strong. Yes, I know this is gonna be. Now you see it. Okay, babe. Thank
Baby, we can order online. We can order online. I'm pulling it up now. Hey, I'm gonna order online. I can pick it up tomorrow.
Order online. Start pulling it up because it. Are you sure? We just came here. We never have Now we have nothing. 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 Okay.
Promise.
Sure.
No.
Sure.
I'm gonna take care of you.
All right.
I'm gonna take care.
Get it online. We just drove all the way up here. You always talking about that you know every dude. Should I trust getting in the car right now? Yeah, you said that this place is gonna be open too. All right, let me make sure you got the website pulled up before I get in. You got the water
I'm drinking the water right now, baby.
You drinking it?
I'm drinking the water right now.
Open it right now.
I'm drinking.
Open. Let me see the water. Open it. I want to taste it before I get in.
This is the water, baby. You turn the car and then y'all pull out.
Give me a waterfall.
Eternal, baby. Eternal. Go ahead and move
Well, why would you try to drown me? See, that's what...
Let's give you eternal life.
Eternal water. You can never be serious. My nail just came out playing with you. See, you better fix it. Give me the phone where I can order my stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, worldwide, how are you today? We want to thank you, welcome you wherever you are, in your car, in your home, on your couch, in your office, at the job, at your rest, at your leisure. This is Mike Michigan, and I am on I'm From the Zoo with my co-host, Mr. B-Dub. How are you today? Where are you from, B-Dub?
I'm from the zoo, baby. I'm from the zoo.
Man, you looking sharp over there, brother, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling all right. It's a great day. Got two beautiful women on here to tell us something good. And you can always start the day off with something good, with two glows.
That's right.
They're glowing today. You got to give them some love. They're glowing today.
Well, we certainly do have a wonderful show lined up for today. And, if you're looking at us on Spotify or YouTube or Facebook, We appreciate you. We want to welcome everyone worldwide to I'm From the Zoo. And today we have, actually, B-Dub, we have a special guest that came on our first season. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
And
Yes.
she has brought a wonderful guest today. And without further ado, I'm going to head and have Kiki. Kiki, could you please zap in our wonderful guest today, Miss Miriam Centervert, and their winner, Miss Alyssa Ford. Oh my!
And it's zapped in.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Welcome back to the show. Thank you for being here. Certainly, certainly. Well, Miss Miriam, you certainly have been busy, haven't you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Busy, busy is not even the word. OMG. I mean, I just did maybe a week or 2 weeks vacation away from everything, away from everything. So yes, and thank you again for having me back, and thank you for welcoming the beautiful 2023-2024 Beauty is Being winner, Miss Alyssa Ford. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, we are certainly welcome. How you doing, Miss Ford? Welcome. First of all, happy Black History Month. It's really just Happy History Month once again. We're all back. Right. And once again, and so we have for our Black History series, if you'd like to have it, we're so welcome to have you, Miss Ford. And thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I am ecstatic to be here.
We are excited to have you. Now, as Miriam has fully stated, you are, let me say this, you are the second annual Full-Figured Model of the Year. Congratulations to you. That's definitely more well.
Thank you. God's glory is definitely an honor.
The beauty is just beaming over here. I'm shining with you all.
Thank you so much.
So first of all, I'd like to know, Ms. Ford, where are you from?
Originally, I'm from Mississippi. I reside in Georgia, though, so I just call myself the Southern Belle.
Okay. What part of Mississippi are you from?
It's called Jasper County. That's the county that I'm from. So like Rose Hill area, Hickory, the backwoods.
Is that northern Mississippi?
It's actually central Mississippi.
Central, okay.
Okay, so tell us, this is very wonderful, interesting. I think you might be the first guest that we've had from Mississippi, and we welcome you and the family. And so tell us about growing up in Mississippi, and what school did you graduate from? Did you go to college there? You have brothers and sisters. Tell us more about yourself.
Yes, I do. Okay, so I graduated from Newton County High School. Go Cougars. I also went to school at our community college there until I decided that it was a little bit too small for me, for my dreams and goals and the different things that I wanted to do. So I grabbed my daughter and we jumped in my GMC 1500 Sierra truck on mud grippers and hightailed it over here to Georgia.
All over to Georgia. Now,
that's right.
That's right. So it's like for those that don't know about Mississippi life, what are some of the challenges that are there for people in Mississippi, and what was that motivation that made you say, "Hey, it's time for me to grab my daughter and get in our 2015 and roll out to Georgia"? What was that all about?
Okay, so Mississippi is, most people may or may not know that it's an industry state. So there's a lot of plants, a lot of assembly lines, different things like that. Of course, we agriculture, which I love planting. I have a green thumb. I love agriculture. However, I didn't see myself doing that for the rest of my life.
Is farming something that all families maybe, or not every family? I don't want to be, pointed, but is that something that a lot of families are born into or have knowledge of? Tell us about that.
For the most part, yes, that is.
You said you had a green thumb, so I'm thinking that may have been like hereditary. Somebody's like showed you how to be a green thumb.
Definitely. I have literally been working in the garden since I was 5 years old, as well as in the kitchen. But my very first items that I learned how to cook at the age of 5 was making biscuits from scratch and cornbread, hot water cornbread at that. So a lot of people don't know about hot water cornbread. That's definitely a Southern thing.
We know about some hot water cornbread. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, like, you know, being from Kalamazoo, a lot of our home people are from Mississippi and Georgia.
Absolutely.
And in Florida and Louisiana and Arkansas, and then they raised up to Chicago and came on in. And why I'm asking about, you know, your background, because you definitely have a wonderful insight, just like Miriam has a beautiful sense. And I wanted to know, how did you, now when you came to Georgia, and True Self magazine wasn't the first thing that you saw, or was it? What was the first thing that you did?
When I came to Georgia, what was the first thing I did? The first thing I did was get to work.
Okay.
So originally I moved here thinking that I was going to transfer. At the time, they had the Cordon Bleu Institute program that had just started here at what is now Atlanta Metropolitan College, I think it's called now. But they had that program here, and I thought that my scholarships were transferable. Got here and it got a rude awakening that they were not, and then saw how much it was going to cost for me to actually go through that culinary program. Excuse me. Okay. So I went ahead and got lost on 285, which is a circle that is interstate here. That is the circle. I got lost on it to get found, so that way I can find my way around, because I'm pretty good with directions, and I love wherever I go. I don't have a problem just jumping in my vehicle and just finding my way, so that way I know where I am and I can always get home.
That's right.
So that's what I did. My daughter and I, we went on adventures for the first 2 days, and then after finding out that information, we went on an adventure for the first 2 days, and then the very next day I actually had some interviews lined up, and one of the interviews was for me to work in the kitchen as a cook. Okay. And the person that I was supposed to be replacing ended up staying. So the owner, one of the owners and managers of the restaurant, offered for me to be a server. Two things that my grandmother always said: don't be a server, and don't work in the chicken plant.
Okay.
It was just two things that she just didn't think women should do, as not serving or servitude, because it's actually one of my love languages. However, it's about the way that people treat you, especially when you are serving them and they feel like you're inferior. And they're superior. So it was more about the mindset. And me being a servant, not having a problem with it, I'm like, I got a child to feed, I gotta feed myself. I gotta work. So I went ahead and I worked there being a server, learned the ropes. Within less than 3 months, I was a manager. And management has always been what I've been able to do. God bless me to be the leadership. I do have siblings. I am the oldest of my siblings on both sides, my mother and my father's side. So it's always been something. I have always been the nurturer, have always been the mother or grandmother. In my case, is what they usually call me. I'm small, but I'm a big mama already.
Well, that's wonderful. I can see Miss Miriam, how energetic she is, and why she probably is a winner. And also, I want to also give a shout out and a congratulations, welcome. And I do want to give a congratulations and a shout out to Miss Tanisha Jones. She was second runner up as well to you. So I want to extend a thank you to her as well as everyone else in the competition. Now, switching over a little bit, Miriam, last time we spoke to you, your magazine is fabulous, by the way.
Thank you.
And when you get to page 43 through, and we're looking at your layout, it's just extraordinarily wonderful. It's such
major.
So, beauty. You made me just clean up this morning. Me, you know, it's that wonderful. You know what I'm saying? But Miss Ford, I wanted to ask you now. You know, the reason why I said, like, I know you that you're the model of the year now, and I know that you had to learn a little bit about Atlanta and going around and kind of learning the ropes a little bit. But tell us, how did you become aware of True Self magazine?
Okay, so many don't know that, or may know by now, that I am also a pageant queen. I was actually assisting one of my fellow sisters getting ready for her fashion show for her birthday, and found out that Miss Miriam and the team were having, y'all heard that Southern slur? Miss Miriam and the team were having
in a minute, I'm gonna slide back to my Florida top. You know what I mean?
I love it. that they were having a casting. And I was like, well, what is it? And the lovely Miss Nikki, I met her first, and she was so happy to tell me all about it. That right there already told me from my spirit that I wanted to be a part of it. Because anytime somebody is excited about what it is that they're representing, oh, that's a very good sign in my book. And so when I filled out the information, they called my name, and when I walked up to the table, half of the people that were at the table I was familiar with within the fashion industry. And so I was like, oh yes, I'm in good company. I can be myself and not feel judged. Even though I know that, their job was to have a judgment of good character and different things like that in the positive way. However, it was still one of those good comfort, this is a good place type of feelings, And so I was really happy to be able to have that opportunity to do that, especially on the fly, because I'm working, and then find out about it. And it's like, yes, sign me up. Let me do it. It was really on a whim, but it was all by God's design. And I'm so glad that I didn't just let it go past and be so focused on what I was doing that I didn't take the opportunity to live in the moment.
Okay, wonderful. And now what I wanted to ask, Ms. Miriam, now when you met Ms. Ford, what did you think?
Oh my gosh. First of all, let me say this. I don't have a green thumb, and I do not know how to make biscuit from the scratch. Okay? I just want to get that out of the way. When I met Ms. Ford, as she mentioned, she was already in the middle of another event she was preparing for. And when she came in, she auditioned for us. It was about 5 or 6 of us judges, and we all know what we were looking for. And what we were looking for was great personality. As you can see, she has really wonderful personality. She's very energetic, right? And so when she walked in, and we all were like looking at each other like, yeah, she's the one. Yeah, she went over. You know what I mean? And so, her first impression to me was, okay, I see you, mommy. I see you. Very good energy.
That's wonderful.
She need a Crest Gel commercial. Sure.
Definitely beautiful smiles here. And if you are on Spotify, and you're just listening, just make sure you can go ahead and know exactly what B-Dub just said, that the smiles are so wonderful on the screen that you want to watch it on television over and over. You can check us over on YouTube and Facebook, as well as here on all your favorite podcasts. But I wanted to also get back to you, Miss Ford, because you are beautiful, as well as Miriam, you are beautiful. And when you look at your magazine, the detail that you have in it, the care that you give for it, you can tell that you really and your team put time and your wonderful efforts in it, because you've got the series where you're breaking down all of the different type of women and what they're doing now, and then you also have the recipes. So I know we're highlighting you, Miss Ford, but I wanted to highlight the magazine True Self that you are actually in as well, because it's so empowering to have not only a group but a nation of people that can get behind you and support you. And I think that that's absolutely wonderful. And it leads me to my question for you. I've got my notes here. What do you think that your responsibilities are, for being Full Figured Model of the Year? And what do you think that you want to do forward with your title?
Okay, so because of my place in the full figured and plus size community, there has for a long time not really been a true voice for my size. And there has always been, it's always okay. So I live by one principle that says there's always someone doing better than you and always someone doing worse than you. But I apply that principle in the same form in different areas of our lives.
Right.
So just like, there's always someone who is more or less educated than you. So I aspire to educate that just because you look like you don't fit doesn't mean that you don't fit.
Absolutely.
And if you know that you fit and you know that there's a place for you and that there's a passion within your heart, you should go for it.
I know that's
and
right.
so I stomp fear every chance I get to be able to say there is a place here for me. That's one thing, because one of the things I told Miss Miriam is that I wanted to love me more. Growing up, I didn't fit. I didn't fit. I still don't fit. And now I can praise God for not fitting. Back then, it was a hindrance, and it was you get bullied and all these different things, all kind of things happen to you. That's in a negative sense.
Yes.
But when you find your voice, and when you're surrounded by love and people that want to help you be heard, like Miss Miriam and her team, you can't go wrong.
Absolutely.
I told her I wanted to love myself more. And the look that she gave me the reassurance that whether I want or not, she was going to help me do that.
That's absolutely.
She was going to help me do that. She was going to give me the space and the opportunity to be able to show up, show up for me, if nobody else, because I can't represent anyone else if I don't show up for me. Wonderful. And that's where my passion is, and that's where my drive is, and that's what I intend to continue to do every single opportunity that I get.
Yes, that's good. That's so wonderful. Can we get a round of applause for that? That is beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. I got her Kiki on the block. She's like, what's he talking about? So I just wanted to appreciate that. Thank you so much. And you know what? It absolutely shows, because the pictures show a lot of pictures. They say are 1,000 words, but it's more like 1,000,000 words, because the expressions that you have, the exuberance, and it just seems like everything just puzzles and fits wonderfully together. And I just want to applaud you, and Miss Miriam, you as well, because it looks absolutely wonderful, and it is encouraging. I've been sending the link to many women in my family, to look at it, and they love it. They love it. They're wonderful. And it looks like we're going already, Dub, to the second quarter. So we're going to take a quick pause right here to pay the bills, as we say. And Dub, you have some shouts out for our sponsors that you'd like to get started?
Yeah, we'd like to give a shout out to Kellogg's Breakfast of Champions. We also would like to give a shout out to Napalm Flowering and Distribution in Seattle, Washington. Great place, by the way. Also to #1 draft pick clothing line and apparel.
Right.
Shouts out to Supreme, and I think we got one.
We also want to give a shout out to Miss Vicky Wooden with the tea, with the cleanse tea. You can definitely get that right there. And then also we've got the Dila TV Network. Dila TV Network as well, with some of our guests. And not only that, we also want to thank the YMCA as well. The YMCA, you can go to those chapters there, and not only can you just be with the facilities, there's people there for counseling, you can work out, but it's also a great place for children and all types of families. So we want to thank the YMCA for joining us.
Absolutely.
And True Self Magazine.
Shout out to True Self Magazine.
Because
thanks for using our platform.
Thank you for coming back to our
platform. She came back. So
we appreciate, being able to have you and us being able to be with you, So we thank you.
Anytime. There's one thing I would like to say. I would like to give a shout out to all the ladies who partake in the Beauty Is Me, because they all did a wonderful job, and they're all are winners in my book. If I could have picked each one of them and put them in this, I would have done that. Just want to say congratulations to Miss. This is the magazine, first of all. I'm not sure if anybody can see it.
I see it.
Yeah. I want to say congratulations to the first prize winner, which is Success Bond. And then, of course, the second place, as you mentioned, Mike, Tanisha Jones, all
Yes.
the three ladies came out on top, and they all deserved it. So, yeah,
Now,
just
Miss Miriam,
wanted to say
how
that.
many contestants did you
How many
have?
contestants did you have? Yeah.
Total, we had 7. At first, we had 8. One person had to drop out because her mom got sick in the hospital, and then we were left with 7 contestants. Yes.
The lucky number.
That is
Yes. Yes, 7.
Right.
But let me tell you, it was, again, I can't wait for October to do it again
Okay.
because the joy I receive and the team received from working with every one of the ladies, it's words cannot explain.
That's beautiful. And Miss Ford, how has becoming, and thank you so much, Miss Senator, Miss Miriam,
You're
thank you so
welcome.
much. And like you said, congratulations to all of the ladies, the fine ladies that participated. And we can't wait till you come back in October
Yeah.
and go again. And I was looking it looks like it's a lot of fun.
It is.
Could you tell us about the process, and everything and some of the different events that you have or categories that you may do, or tell us about it.
Of course. Well, first of all, I couldn't do it without my team.
Yes.
I couldn't do it without, because it's not easy to do. My right hand, Miss Shanique, I couldn't do it without her. Okay. As she mentioned, young lady by Nikki Jackson, I had Emma. It's a whole production team that I had to put together to help, even though it's only 7 contestants, but it's a whole full production of making sure my ladies, my contestant, my beauties were well taken care of. That's my number one thing. As Miss Alyssa will tell you, I want to make sure they are happy. I want to make sure that they were comfortable. And so that's what I push for. As far as the categories, well, first of all, after we picked the contestants that went the next contestants to go to the next steps, we do different type of trainings with them, as from modeling, walking, from speaking, from talking about different wardrobes, talking about the modeling bag. The previous winner, which was Miss Talithia Penn, you didn't get a chance to interview her, but we take the previous winners and we create opportunities for them, because she was the person who was teaching the current contestants about the modeling bag, how to walk, how to pause, and different things like that. The category, we had the Beauty is Me tea category. That's when they take the t-shirts,
yes,
and then create their own look with the Beauty is Me. That's my favorite category, to be honest with you, because I was sitting there, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see what they are going to do with the t-shirts, because we all are creative, right? And I like to see people creativities. And so that was one of my favorite category. The other category, we had the sport category, we had the evening wear category, and we have your own category where they have to come up with their own look, right? Like that everyday look, the look that turns head.
Wow.
So, but in all the categories, I love all of them. Miss Ford came on, and I was like, wait a minute, where did she get that from? What? She was very surprising.
Wow.
She was doing things I didn't expect she was doing to me. She was going, oh yeah.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what was you doing
Let's
over
talk
there.
about it.
We need to see that video.
Hey, it sounds to me like you have a reality show going on that could really be top notch. That's what it sounds like to me.
Well,
really?
Well, that's in the talk right now. We're thinking about doing it as a documentary going forward.
Well, it's a wonderful place for that, with all of the different shows that they have and productions. Why not have that?
And then the back of the scenes to show you how everything is made is the killing part. You know what I mean? That's the experience that
I can see big.
You want to get that younger experience. You know what I mean?
The wheels are spinning over there.
It is.
TV producer skills are going good. Dub knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think that's you got a lot of stuff on TV that don't make sense.
Well, Dubs, do we need to talk after the
no
show?
brainer.
We have to
This
talk
is a
about
no
that
brainer.
too. Right. But Miss Ford, just like Miss Miriam was saying, tell us about what did you do to just wow everybody? We want to know what happened. What did you do?
Something.
One of the main things that I absolutely love about Beauty Is Me competition was the fact that we get to show our uniqueness. We get to be our genuine selves.
Okay.
And my genuine self is extra.
All right, that's what I'm talking
My
about.
genuine self is extra. I call myself God's radical child in the Southern Belle for a reason. Because I am over the top and I'm unapologetic about it. And you know, you turn heads, but when you actually are allowed the platform to be your creative and your authentic self, the sky's the limit. And when Miss Miriam told me that the sky was the limit, that was all I needed. That was all I needed. It allowed me to come out there with my mismatched shoes like I love. Because, you know, of course, if you walking down the street on a regular day with a mismatched shoe, of course, there's going to be plenty of people like, is she okay? Is she off her rocker? But in fashion, you don't have to worry about that. When you in fashion and you're performing, because fashion is a sector of performing arts. And a lot of times people don't really get that and they don't really understand that anything that's creative, anything that allows you to be creative and allows you to be able to showcase it to an audience of any size is performing. And I like to live in full color. So I'm grateful.
Did you dress yourself for the like that pink and everything that you had and all of that?
I did.
Wow, that's beautiful. That is really, really nice.
Thank you. And thank you so much, Miss Miriam. Yeah, it's really hard for me to keep calling her Miss Miriam because I actually call her Mama Miriam. So if it come out, please excuse me. Just know that it's here, okay?
Well, you know what?
I love this lady so much. She has allowed me to be me. She allowed all of us to be our genuine selves. And Success and I, we are actually, both of us are Tauruses. We're Tarian Queens is what we call ourselves. And so we were really excited. And every time she gave us the green light for something, we was like, okay. So we were like really, really excited. And the excitement that Talithia passed on to us, there are no words. The love and the warmth and everything that it was, like, I encourage any young lady to come.
Wow.
Come. Have fun with us.
It sounds like you know exactly what you are doing with your title. You know exactly how to represent True Self Magazine very well. You're excited. It's exuberant. You can see that your excitement. And wow, Miss Miriam, I'm really happy for you and your organization.
Thank you.
You know,
thank you.
It's positivity. You're absolutely beautiful. And let me ask you a question. So have you got a chance to share this information and this news back home to the newspapers in Mississippi and back on the schools and things that you've been to? Have you been able to share that information?
No, not yet. Back home is a little different. But here, because I've been here for over 20 years now.
Okay.
So here with my daughters, which have also been in performing arts all of their lives, we get to share in different ways here, more so than we do at home. However, it is definitely in the works, and I do have family members that I have been talking to and just kind of like putting the bug in, because it's not just limited to Georgia.
I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for you to say that you just came you were just there. I thought you were being in Georgia maybe 2 or 3 years. I wasn't thinking you're gonna really say 20 years.
20 years.
Come on,
yeah, I live in Stone Mountain, so I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, you need to get on TV and see these beautiful ladies, how well they look. Oh my goodness. What did we say in our world? Black don't crack, and that is the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Mike.
Because beauty is me and is definitely you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, it's Black History Month, and you know, we should be, like we said, we undoubtedly should be proud of our heritage. We should be proud of who we are. And one of the things that, you know, as you get older and more mature, is that you understand about body sizes. And not everyone is going to be the same. And everyone's going to be, you know, this type of category or fit into this fit. And the beautiful thing about your personality is that no matter what size you want to say or what you be, you can see that you have a beautiful personality. And Miss Miriam, when we first met her, man, she just blew the whole screen with that positivity. So this is just a wonderful thing to have you both here. You
Yeah,
know,
she know how to walk in a room and shut it down.
know how to walk
And
in
do.
the
Yes, indeed.
So we got 2 more minutes before we get to the half. The reason why I asked about that is because it seems like, sometimes we leave our hometowns, because we're both from Kalamazoo, and we don't go back and say, hey, sometimes we need to do this and that. But I just wanted to say that because I think that Mississippi would be very proud of you, and to know how wonderful that you're representing Atlanta.
Yeah, Billboard status.
Billboard
Thank
status.
you. Thank you.
That's not a bad idea. We'll definitely target Mississippi. See, they're giving you more work, Miss Alyssa. They're giving you more work.
I mean, think
Well,
about it.
I
Yeah,
will,
they got
'cause
the
I
Billboard
definitely
thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I welcome it because I most definitely rep the 601. I do.
So you want to hear something? You want to hear something? Okay, I'm gonna tell you something, you bum. So I used to run track in high school, and one of my visits was to Starkville, Mississippi,
Mm.
Mississippi State. I never forget it. And here's what happened. I got to there. I got on my recruiting and trip, and first thing I saw was these long weeping willow trees. And I had never seen weeping willow trees, and it just kind of, and I'm from the north, so I was like, I didn't know, I was in Mississippi. I was afraid. I didn't know. I was afraid. I'm like, what to do? I didn't know if I could walk down the street, but everyone was so kind and so beautiful. And I knew and the first person beside my coach, I had a host, and she was so beautiful. And all of the women that I've ever met from Mississippi are, I don't know how to say it, but just curvy.
Hospitality, yeah.
It's just the balance of beauty and curviness. So the thing is, I'm asking, what I guess it's in the eye of the beholder, because I like curvy women. I'm just a brother that just enjoys and appreciates the beauty and the eloquence of a woman's physique, and it's not necessarily straightforward. You know what I'm saying? It's more trophy. It's more, it's just something that a man looks to. I'm talking way too much, but anyway, the whole point of my spiel was that Mississippi has been known to have beautiful women, and
Thank you.
so I just wanted to make sure that you have the opportunity to know, and by sharing the videos, that maybe there's some young lady in Mississippi that may want to follow you and your daughter's path. They say, hey, you know what? I'm ready to get out of here. And maybe I'm ready to get to Atlanta and explore and go ride around in a circle till I get it. And maybe, 20 years later, I can have that same success or sooner, but you're definitely a pillar and a phoenix for them. And I congratulate you for that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, yes, Mississippi is the hospitality state. So if you go and you're not treated hospitably, 9 times out of 10, they're not from Mississippi. So you need to tell them they need to get with a big mama so they can know what they need to do.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Hey, we are already here at halftime already. And I just want to see what we got going on here. Want to do a shout out here. We are on the Come Through Network. I'm from the Zoo. This is your host, Mike Mish, and my host,
B-Dub.
You know what I'm saying? And we have the wonderful Miss Alyssa Ford. She is the Full-Figured Model of the Year, the 2nd annual from True Self magazine, with Miss Miriam Sinnevert. And we are just, if we're going to see if we can share, I don't know if I can ask Kiki to do that on the fly, but is there a way that maybe we could share the website or the magazine site? Or you could just tell us. You can just tell us, because it's such a beautiful site. I want I was clicking the pages, and in the insides, how do you determine where you're going to put your placements for your magazine? Because it's such it's really, or I thought I would just ask, how do you, because you got to the spread that you are on, Miss Ford, and it's a wonderful layout, but the whole magazine is just set up perfectly. How
Of
did you
course, of course.
come
Well,
up with
as I mentioned, I have a team. So everything I do, I have a team. I have my graphic team, etc. But when you putting a magazine together, it's like writing a book. You want it to tell a story, and you want to have the break pages, right? So you have to know where you're gonna add this article, where you're gonna add that article, and how it's going to flow in with Miss Lisa Ford, with success. And it takes time. It's not something you can do in one day or 30 minutes. Putting a magazine together takes a lot of work.
Yes, I could definitely see
Takes a
that.
lot of work.
And you do it monthly as well.
It is a quarterly magazine.
Okay, quarterly.
It is quarterly, and we are national publications. We are in New York, New Jersey. We are in Pennsylvania. We are in 130 location of Books A Millions.
Okay.
We are in the largest magazine store, which is magazinecafe.com. We are in Walmart.com. And last issue, we hit over 50,000 homes.
Oh, absolutely beautiful. Shouts up to you. Congratulations.
How do we get the hard copy?
You can get the hard copy different ways. Excuse me about that. My phone just, I thought I turned it off. I apologize. You can get it, number one, in magazinecafe.com. You can also get it on the website, truestuffmag.com. You can go walmart.com. You can go to Books A Millions in your city and get one. Yeah.
Man.
Miss Miriam,
yes.
you know how my aunt was on the show Gwendolyn McClendon with Gwendolyn McClendon Travels, and she had said in our family we're very prophetic. So as you were talking and speaking to me, I just had some words that came over to me, and for you, Miss Ford, you know what I see? I see this competition going in Atlanta, Birmingham, Tallahassee, Savannah, all this I can just you having competitions in different places and then a national competition.
Yes, sir.
I know it sounds like I'm adding more work, but I just see it coming. I see that tree coming for you. I see Chicago, I see Detroit, I see Philadelphia, I see New York City, I see Los Angeles. I see that you have an opportunity, and we're gonna put this in existence. Texas. Oh my goodness, Texas. Oh my God, Dallas and Houston.
Cowboy boots on.
Wow. You know what I mean? I mean, lean to Kansas City if you want. But what I see is I see the same wonderful organization that you have, and I see your competition in all of these different places.
Getting bigger, yeah.
And then having a national competition.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I see it.
Thank you. Well, thank you for the vision. It's already been, I've already been approached about it.
Really?
Young lady from South Carolina have approached me about it, so she can go ahead and do it. I'm not ready yet. The reason why I'm not ready, you have to have a solid platform. You have to have a solid system in place.
Yes.
This will be our third annual. This year will be our third annual. And I believe after this one, I will be ready, because every year you have to see what works and what doesn't work, right? And that's how you create that system, so you can take it somewhere else. Even if I'm not there, even if it's Miss Ford that's doing it in Mississippi, for example, she will have to follow that same system that is in Atlanta and so on. But yes, thank you for your vision, and definitely your vision will come to pass.
It is going to, because I know and see you as not only spearheading it for you, but I see God giving you the people that want to be and want to learn from you, and they want to learn from you, and they want to help to build your empire, because you're absolutely deserving. Just
man, because this is big. It's big. I can go international really with the right structure. You know what I mean?
Everything, everywhere. And shouts up to Mr. Blasingame, because I know that he's a definitely person in your corner that helped to build for the magazine. And
the magazine, yes.
We want to give a shout to him as well. Now, Ms. Ford, tell us, how has winning the competition changed your life?
It's definitely been a challenge to me to
Okay.
do and be more. When you're put on the spotlight, you have to show up.
Right.
That's
And
right.
no matter what's going on in your personal life, you still need to show up.
Right.
And it makes you pray more, it makes you more focused, and it makes you more disciplined. And I'm happy about it. Because I don't think that anyone can have too much of that when it's done in the right form. When
Right.
it's packaged right and it's delivered appropriately, I don't think that there's a possible way for that to be a bad thing.
Right. Right.
So yes.
Well, that's terrific. That's terrific. You were going to say something, Miss Centerburg?
Yes, yes. If I may say this, to all your listeners who's listening to us, we are going to have Miss Ford Magazine signing on the 17th of February at the Ashley Stewart store in Stonecrest Mall. So that's going to be in the 17th of February, where she is going to be part of a fashion show at the store and be able to sign and take picture with the fans and doing a big magazine signing.
And now what time is it going to be and where exactly?
That will start at 10 a.m. Until 3 p.m. And that's at the Ashley store. That's a department store that carries plus size women clothing. And it's located in Stonecrest, Conyers, Georgia.
Conyers. All right.
Yes.
That's what we're going to do. Shouts up to everybody in Conyers, Georgia. If you are going to want to get there early and be able to sign and meet Miss Ford. She's absolutely beautiful and a wonderful representative for True Self magazine. We're really happy to have you both here today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And we're not done yet. We still got a whole nother quarter. And because I wanted to ask now Atlanta is a mecca for business and entrepreneurship and different things like that. And it just seems like, since we spoke to you last time, Miss Miriam, your organization, like I said, is beautiful. How does the city of Atlanta, how do they gravitate towards you? Tell us about how do they, just tell us the vibe of Atlanta and how they feel about you.
Well, one thing I would say, and I've always told everyone, I'm not for everyone. I am for those who will receive me and welcome me.
Yes.
And the ones that have received and welcome has spread so much love, not just to me, but to my whole team, and always supporting, purchasing the magazine, coming to the shows. And so, yeah, it's not just Atlanta, but I am receiving love everywhere.
Absolutely.
And so that makes me feel good, because there's been time I want to give up. There's been time I said, I'm done. This is hard. I'm done. But when I turn around and a young lady like Ford and some other young ladies I have worked with says, thank you. And that's what I have to say. It's just a thank you. And it's the way the thank you is being said. And I said, okay, all right, God, you're telling me don't give up, right? So, it's really a passion of mine to help women in all levels. And this is why this year, I started this last month. It was one of my to-do lists. Right?
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But in January 2024, I said, I have to do it. So I started a woman network called She Elevates. And that's me elevating women, all sizes. It's not just for plus size curving women. It's all sizes, elevating them in their personal life and their business lives. And so far, when last month we had 10, I had 10 women who signed up. Now I'm close to 20 women sign up to be part of She Elevates. And all that, She Elevates and Beauty is Me and True Self magazine, it's all in one. And it's all about making women and not making women, let me rephrase that, helping women to understand who they are. They're already beautiful.
Yes.
Gorgeous. Look at Miss Ford. Already beautiful. All it takes is just a little tweak because we all gone through it. I've gone through it. I'm still going through it at times because we are human, right? There are days you're gonna wake up, you're not gonna feel attractive. There are days you're gonna wake up, you don't even want to put on clothes. You don't want to go outside. But what do? You have to understand how to shift the mindset. It's all about a mindset, and it's all about the words that we speak to ourselves. Just like we got to speak positivity into our children, we also have to speak positivity into ourselves, and we have to make ourselves do things we don't want to do. Because when we get comfortable, and we can get comfortable, we want to stay in the comfortability zone, but we have to tell ourselves, let's go. We can't lay in bed all day because we have work to do. Not just going to work, but work to do within ourselves.
Come on, Queen. Tell it.
Yeah, you gotta being complacent, you gotta bounce back. Gotta always bounce back.
You got to. You can't just be still. You know, a lot of time we have things going through our minds. We have things that we want to do, but we talk ourselves out of them.
Right.
For whatever reasons. Some might say, I'm not pretty enough. I'm not small enough, or I'm not big enough, right? I have gotten this, Miriam, why are you doing this only for curvy women? I want to be part of it. Well, you know, I try. Yes, I have gotten many of that. And I try to bring it out to everyone. But every time I want to do it, I meditate on it. I always get the same answer. You're not for everyone. There's a reason why I've given you the vision for the curvy women. And so I have to stick with that.
And that's what you have as True Self Magazine. It's self-explanatory. You're staying true to yourself.
I have to be much yourself.
And you know what? You're absolutely right. You're going to get me in trouble, Miss Ford. You are absolutely staggeringly beautiful. And let me ask you a question. Because this is, I'm just going to be to the point, having so much beauty and you walk around, you know, is that something that you like when you get attention from men or whomever, or is it something that's a discouragement? I guess I've never really asked that question because, you know, we just be like, you know.
Is that for her, for me? Because I know the answer.
Come on now. You know what? Look, we go back and forth. I just was putting it out there, the truth, because this is True Self Magazine Day.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you so
that
much.
Is open
Your
for
words are
both
so
of you
honorable.
two beautiful ladies. That is open for both of you too. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Your words are so honorable. So for me, sometimes, well, growing up, it was more negative than positive. However, in my adulthood and in my knowing of myself, and to thy own self be true and knowing thyself, the most important thing that you could ever do for self-love, to actually be reflective, it's a catch-22 for some during the times. However, for me, it's amazing. For me, it's amazing. I don't, the same way I raise my daughters, I call my daughters my queens in training.
Yeah.
I raise them to know and to understand, to never dim your light for anyone.
Right.
Never dim your light for anyone. That don't mean that you're supposed to outshine or you're supposed to seek out, you know, being envious or jealous or making someone envious or jealous of you. Just be you. Be your true self. Be your true self. And what is on the inside is always going to come out.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Your core is what should always be shown. And whatever that reflects, that's what you need to see in the mirror. So if beauty is what it reflects, then you're beautiful. But if it's not, then you got some work to do and you need to do it fast. So
you want to check? Would you like? That's beautiful. Thank you. Like my great grandmother always said, "Pretty is as pretty does."
Oh yes, that's right. And
would you like to say something on that, Miss Miriam? Come on.
Yes, real quick. You know, and yes, I agree with everything Ms. Ford just said. But I know for me, growing up, I didn't know how to receive a compliment. When someone says you're beautiful or you're gorgeous, I'm like, okay, whatever, But now in my older age, I just say thank you and receive it because a lot of women, that could be that gorgeous. And by the way, everybody's beautiful. All women are beautiful to me.
Right.
It's just how you carry yourself and how you see yourself. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them, they don't understand how to just receive it. So when someone say you're beautiful, you're like, no, I'm not. Oh, I like your hair. Oh, that ugly hair. Oh my God, I didn't do my hair. You are diminishing yourself, your credibility of your beauty. When someone say you're beautiful, just say thank you and receive it.
Wow.
It.
And you know what? That's beautiful for the young ladies out there, because I have a young daughter and she's very beautiful and I don't sugarcoat it. I've been telling her, she's been beautiful all her life, but I've always told her, pretty is pretty does. And, you don't want to just be, because there's a lot of times that some people have such outwardly beauty, but on the inside, they don't have that beauty. And actually it resonates later on. You know what I mean? So you're so true, Miss Miriam. And one of the things that you had pointed on that's so important is that, it's how you carry yourself at all times. And it's not just when people are looking. You got to take care of yourself when nobody is looking. And you got to love yourself when nobody is looking.
Exactly. I have a stepdaughter I've raised from previous marriage. And one thing I said to her, don't get caught up with a man saying, I'm going to treat you like a queen. Because for me, when a man say, I'm going to treat you like a queen, I'm like, okay, that does not impress me. The first thing I tell a man is treat me like a woman first. Treat me like a lady before you can treat me like a queen. Because if I go out with you, you can even open the door for me. How can you treat me like a queen if you cannot treat me like a lady? So, I always tell these young ladies, especially my stepdaughter, is don't get fooled by that. Know who you are. Know exactly the skin that you are walking in and have your standard. Your standard is the most powerful thing you can own in this world. Is your standards. Your do's and your don'ts, your what you will allow, what you will not allow, and not let anybody talk you into something you don't believe in. Period.
Absolutely. Just like you always say on your daily reminder, no one cares but you.
Yes, sir.
No one cares but you. So Ms. Ford, like we had Ms. Miriam before, so we ready. We know about that empowering energy and things like that. But tell us more, like, how did True Self Magazine and Miss Miriam and her staff and involving you in that in this whole experience, what has that done for your confidence?
Okay, so I'm gonna have to step back a little bit, or go back a little bit for this one, not to get too deep. But I'm a grandmother, I'm a granny's girl, and I actually named my companies after my grandmothers. So I had both of my grandmothers growing up and other grandmothers growing
I'm
up.
gonna say this right there because I know one shouts up to all of our grandmothers.
Yes.
And you know what? Happy birthday to my grandmother in heaven. That was yesterday. So as you say that, I'll just say Ashe. And thank you so much for saying and bringing her up in our grandmother. So I'm close to my grandmother as well. I'm sorry, Queen.
I love how these connect. I love it. I love it. But yes, I always have to pay homage to my grandmothers. That's who raised me. I am very much a village kid. I am very much an advocate for the village. And one of the things that my grandmother has always taught me is cars, things are pretty. Or beautiful. Now she would definitely use pretty is as pretty does, but when you said it like the second time, it came back to me, and she would always say, "You are beautiful." And it was different things that happened growing up in my life because I didn't have the best childhood. I really didn't. And my parents were absent. Well, my father was there, but he wasn't allowed to be involved in my life as much as he would like to have been. And I thank God for my dad. My daddy is one of my everything. My dad is king to me, and I expect any man that comes into my life and any man that comes into my children's life to be a king, to operate in the spirit of excellence the way God intended for them to. So if they can't treat you like a woman first, just like Mama Miriam said, then you can move on. because I don't want you to put me on this pedestal
Right.
where anytime I do something wrong, then I'm less than. So if you can't treat me like a female or like a woman first, then we would never be able to truly connect. And with saying that, that's the different types of aspects that I look for when I'm dealing with other women, because they have the saying that they always try to keep us apart. They do anything to seep in pieces of dissension and separation amongst us. This is Black History Month, so this is one of the times when you hear it more than any other time in the year, even though Black history is history. There is no them without us. So at the end of the day, that's one of the main points that I always drive home. And so I look for those different aspects of my grandmothers in any head person, usually a woman, that I see. Can we work together? Because my grandparents, on my mother's side, they were entrepreneurs. My grandmother never worked for anyone. Right. She was born in 1921. She never worked for anyone. She wasn't she wasn't in slavery or dealing with all of that stuff. And of course, when it comes to slavery and different things like that, you don't hear anything but negative things about Mississippi. But there were some positive things going on. God had his hand in his favor on some people's lives. And I'm grateful to say that my family was one. Not that they didn't go through slavery, because they very much did. However, there were areas where it was just favor. My grandmother didn't have to deal with that. The work that she did was the work that they did from their hands to their own family. They had their own store, they had their own farm, they had their own. And I'm grateful to be able to see and know that that was imparted into me. And so with those things that are imparted into me, are the same things that I look for. And I just don't see there being any other way other than elevation. And Miss Miriam and her team, that's exactly what they do. And I wouldn't be able to say it, because it would have been surface. So you have to understand that it goes deeper than that.
I can definitely tell
it goes deeper than that we have to have standards, just like she said. Everything that she's saying, Mama Miriam is answering it and saying it all. When she talks about the standards and she talks about the different things, like, this is our life. This is a lifestyle that we live. It's not just something to do. It's not just for us to come and just show our face and, hey, thank you so much for saying that we're beautiful and all that kind of stuff. And then we just, live on the high for the next few minutes. No, this is a moment for us to be able to say, we have work to do. We have young girls and young boys that are out here that are being diminished and that are feeling like they're less than, that are taking their lives. And I used to be one of those people. I am a suicide survivor because I thought that my life was less than, because people in my life told me that my life was less than. And if I never stuck to the things that my grandmama did impart into me, I wouldn't be here today. If God wouldn't have allowed me, sex is all my body knew, but if God wouldn't have allowed me to have my daughter at the age of 14, I wouldn't be here. He gave me someone to protect, and that has been my life. I realize and I know that it's part of my purpose, but sometimes you get so busy serving and protecting others that you forget to protect yourself. Right. And so God gives you people like Mama Miriam that blesses you to protect you.
Well, that's beautiful.
While you doing what you got to do. So I'm grateful. If it hadn't been for people like her, I can't say that I would continue to have the strength to know that someone's dependent on me, just like I'm dependent on them. So it is definitely a cord not easily broken.
That's absolutely.
Oh, man. You made me cry.
Well, I'm already crying, and my daughter's gonna kill me.
Make me cry.
My daughter gonna kill me because she did my makeup really good.
Mike, I know it's almost time to end. I apologize, but I have to address this because honestly, that's the first time I've heard her said about the suicide thing, and I'm happy that this is no longer serving you.
Absolutely.
I am happy to know that you are greater than what anybody says.
You're not alone. I went through that stage as well.
Well,
so you're not alone.
It's not serving you either. But I am so happy because one thing I'm gonna let you know, and anybody else who's listening to me out there, I have a son. I have a 19-year-old now. He'll be 20 next month. And sometimes it's hard to get into teenagers' minds, because they don't want to share everything with you. But one thing I always said to him, I said, I don't know what's going on in your heart. I don't know what's going on in your mind. But the only thing I'm going to tell you is this: God did not make a mistake. You are in this earth for a purpose. There's a reason why you're in this earth, and you're not in this earth for you.
That's right.
Always know that you're in this earth to help someone else, because somebody's watching you. They are watching you very hard, and they are wishing they can have 1/3 of that confidence that you have. Okay, so whenever, if you ever, or this bad spirit energy is calling upon you again, I want you to say, I need you to get out of me right now, because I am greater and I'm serving a greater purpose than you. Because if you're no longer here, you cannot serve any more purpose. You just cheat a young lady out of her purpose through you. You understand?
Wonderful. Yes, it
You
is.
are gorgeous. You are beautiful. Okay. And sometimes we always have to look for something to hold us up. Trust me, I know. We always looking for something to hold us up. And all that we need is within us. It's saying, I believe in me. I love me. Nobody's perfect. But knowing that I love me and I believe in me, and I know God didn't make a mistake by creating me just the way I am. Oh, I'm good.
That's right.
All right.
Well, what beautiful, powerful words from our True Self magazine founder, Miss Miriam Centervert. And what Miss Ford, we want to thank you for opening up and attending our show. And we are glad that you are here with us. We are glad that you have continued to be there for your daughter. You are absolutely stunning. You are beautiful. 2 children. Let me give a shout out to both of the children. Hey, what's happening?
I have 2 girls.
Come on, 2 strong girls, 2 strong young women. You know that you said you're building your queens, and Mama Centervert, Mama Miriam. I get it. Like, look at me, I'm saying it.
I know.
Just so wise.
I love it.
Just so wise and just so calming and wonderful to be here. And you know, we already have gone past our hour and our overtime. But before we go, I just wanted to recap one more time. We want to thank you.
We're in the fourth quarter. We're in the fourth quarter.
We're almost over. It's about, we've already gone a whole hour already. Isn't that something?
I think we got 4 minutes left in the fourth.
Is that what we do?
Yeah, but they want us to go.
I know what B Dove's talking about, you know, because
I got 3 girls. I got 3 girls, so this
right,
make me
right. And when you have beautiful, powerful energy, you know, such as yourselves, and not only that, just the positivity, Miss Miriam, that you just spoke, you know, over these words will be, you know, heard over and over again forever, because people need to tune in, and you know, we started to just celebrate, you know, Miss Ford for being the full-figured model of the year, but we got a chance to learn so much more about your struggles in Mississippi, and how you turned those around and became a champion. You became a winner. It was already within you, but you had the support of Miss Miriam Centervert and her wonderful team and her magazine. And you know, sometimes good things, you know how sometimes things happen in life. I'm going to go with these people over here, and look what happened for me. Look how good God is. You wasn't even planning to do none of that, and look what manifested.
It just happened. Yeah,
it just happened. It like Dub said, it just happened. But we all know that things that just happen is God's got a hand in it.
That's right.
You know,
that's
so
right. We're built for this.
We're built for it. And you know what, you Miss Miriam, you couldn't have asked for a better
person to get on here, y'all.
I'm sure. I know that all of the ladies and the wonderful contestants, you know, have a story as well. But we're so glad, Miss Ford, that you took the time to be here on I'm From the Zoo to share your story with us. We want to congratulate you on your win. We want to continue to congratulate you for your future successes. And Miss Miriam, I'm telling you, I'm prophetic. I see it. You know what? If you gonna have people come in your life that's gonna want to be a part of it. They gonna want to be a finger on that franchise, on that hand, and that fist. It's 10 of us out here. It's 10 of us. I'm one of them. There's 10 of us. There's 10 more, 9 more that want to do like whatever you need to do. You're the blueprint. Okay. And I'm talking everything. Every arena will be open. Every advertiser will be knocking on the door. All of the hair care folks want to be in advertising. All of the wonderful dress gowns want to be. All of the you name it. Because the thing is, we're powerful enough. Miss Senator, you're powerful enough. Miss Ford, you're powerful enough. B-Dub, you're powerful enough. Kiki, you're super powerful enough.
Super duper. Yes.
Powerful enough now to realize that we are capable to move mountains. We don't need to keep begging politicians. We don't need to keep begging people that don't want to be down with us. We have enough intelligence. We have enough spiritual guidance to go ahead and move anything that we want to do and create everything that we want and need.
That's right. You're gonna have to bring
thank you, Miss Miriam, too, though, for you thinking about our platform to be able to come on here and do this. Like,
absolutely,
this is your second time on here, and it means a lot.
And
you're more welcome to come back. Potential in what we have. I appreciate that.
Of course. Anytime you guys need me, I'm just a phone call away. Whatever you need, if I can contribute to it, I will definitely do that. But before I let go, I also would like to share with you and the audience that I do have the Miriam Center for Talk show that out on YouTube. Please feel free to go ahead and subscribe and watch the Miriam Center for Talk show.
Tell us where to go. Tell us where to go find it at. Is that all?
On YouTube.
On YouTube, okay.
Yes.
Well, you heard it here first. That's really what I'm talking about. I love that. Well, you know what? Thank you and congratulations. I know that is. I know that's super powerful. You know what I mean? Miss Ford, it's been a pleasure.
Yes, it has.
I'm sorry if I'm Google-eyeing over here, but man, you guys are so radiant. I'm gonna get myself.
Appreciate it, man.
Worldwide, you're gonna have to listen again because you could feel the beautifulness and the vibration online, and we just are just ecstatic to have you. Wait, before we go, we have our normal thing. If there's anyone that you could recommend to be on our show, who would that be?
Me?
But that's yes.
Oh, I thought Mama Miriam was about to answer.
I asked her. She knows that question's coming. We're gonna ask her as well. Yes, ma'am.
If there was anyone that I could recommend to be on the show, quite honestly, I think our middle person, Mama Miriam's right hand, Miss Shanique, she has a testimony that needs to be heard, and I truly believe that she should be someone that should be on the show as well.
Well, we want to definitely say shout out to Shanique. Shanique is a wonderful coordinator with Chad and myself, and we want to thank her because she is definitely pivotal. And I actually thanked her for all of her coordination that she did with this. I think that's just an outstanding tribute, Miss Miriam, when you can have people that could be your right-hand person and you can trust in them and work in them, and that's an absolute must.
Team make the dream work.
Yes. Yes, and I will agree with Ford, with Alyssa, definitely. I have a lot of people I can always recommend, but if I have to say right now, and then someone who has a powerful story that can change many lives through your platform is definitely Miss Shanique Metellus. It's not my story to tell, so I can't. But if at any time you would love to hear her story, I'm sure she will be open to share her story.
Absolutely.
There it is. Miss Shanique, you are definitely cordially invited to be a guest here on I'm From the Zoo.
You're next, Shanique. You're next.
And, hey, you know what? We don't want to
Don't kill us. We love you.
I know, right?
Hey, thank you. You know what? That's just a old when you do something good, or you're just a good person for some things, it comes back around. And I always agree, that God doesn't make any mistakes, and He always gives us a chance. And Dub and I are we from the zoo. We know about struggles growing up. We know about overcoming adversity and believing in yourself and knowing your worth as well.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be interviewing you too.
Was that?
I'm gonna have you two on my show to interview you guys because I want to know some things about you guys.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
I can't wait. You already know. You already know, Miss Miriam. Come on now. Hey, is there any other thing? So wait, but before we go, we would like to open the platform to tell us about the upcoming events that you have before we leave the show. Tell us about how are you going? Are there more events that you have to go do for the magazine, Miss Ford? And tell us, Miss Miriam, what are your next steps that you're going to be having ready, prepared for the world? And
tell us what you got going on.
Thanks,
Well, I think I have spoken too soon then. I have the Miriam Cinema Talk Show, and She Elevates, which is the women network that I've started last month, just elevating women all over the world, just and life in general, spiritual, love life, entrepreneurship, and all level in life. And the magazine, just keep on pushing the magazine, and also Beauty Is Me. We're having a casting call coming soon, April 2024. That's when we're gonna have our casting call. I will be putting it out on social media. Miss Shanique, as you know, she's my right hand. She'll be out there talking about it, promoting it. And then the next show, which is the third annual Beauty Is Me, will be in October 2024. There's one other thing I would like for Miss Alyssa to do for me, because I don't think people can see all the winners. If you can get up 1 second, I know you have a 2024 pen, right? Beauty Is Me pen on you. Here you go, right here. All
I
my
need that.
winners.
I need that. That's
All my
nice.
winners, yes.
I'm rocking mine. I'm getting me one of them.
I got you one. I got you,
Beauty
baby.
is me, bro.
I got you. So every one of my beauties, the one that will get a 2024 Beauty Is Me, whatever your Beauty Is Me pen, and to just remind you, as well as a t-shirt, you can always get on Beauty Is Me on shop.com. It's a t-shirt that says Beauty Is Me. It's just a reminder. We all need a reminder every now and then that, hey, you got this.
Right.
So that's what I have.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for sharing.
Thank
and
you.
Can't wait to hear your show. And yes, we would love to be on your show.
Absolutely.
And congratulations. And Ms. Ford.
And congratulations to you, Miss Ford.
Ms. Ford, congratulations to you so much. It's
well deserved. Well deserved.
Thank you so much. I truly appreciate you all.
Thank we appreciate you.
And you come back again as well.
Absolutely. I'll be honored to.
Absolutely.
Did you want to
announce
it?
Yes.
Okay, so just a reminder about my book signing, my magazine signing on the 17th at Stonecrest Mall here in Georgia, in Stonecrest, Latonia, Georgia area at the Ashley Stewart. And also right before that, on the 12th, I will also be speaking at a women's Bible study. So anyone who would like the link, please reach out to me. You can contact me on my Facebook page at Alyssa T, as well as on IG. I am Alyssa T, and that's IAMALYSSAT, like Tom. And my saying is always know your worth and add tax.
Well, that's beautiful. That is what we are talking about. We want to thank you both for being wonderful guests here. We've appreciated and absolutely adored your time here with us on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Is there anything that you would like to add for our guest, Dub, before we get up out of here, fam?
And man, we need more shows like this. It's always a beautiful thing when Mrs. Miriam gets on here. She always does. I always feel the energy. You feel what I'm saying? I mean,
oh my goodness,
the good energy from there's so much bullshit going on out here. It feels good to get some good energy. You feel me?
Say that.
There's nothing wrong with that. And we want to thank everybody out there that's been listening on Spotify and checked in for us on Facebook and on YouTube. And, it's a special Black History Month. Don't forget to go check out the book signing or the magazine signing in Connors. That's coming up on the 17th. And Miss Miriam, if you could email me, or I'll just get with Miss Shanique.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'll do is I'll get all of the links and things, and I'll put that so it'll be on the Spotify thing for the guests to be able to read that and click right there to go to wherever you want to have. And I still see that this year you're going to be expanding your territories and your horizons. I can see that. I don't know if it's Houston, Dub, or if it's Atlanta.
She got to come to H. She got to come to H-Town, man. This is
H-Town, or is it going to be out here in the Bay? Something, you know what I'm
something.
saying? We're going to have something. And, you know, Ms. Ford, we want to thank you for coming. And I want to congratulate you for overcoming all of your obstacles that you had gone through. And I want to congratulate you for going to the top and continue to go to the top.
That's great. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hey,
so much.
I'm your host, Mike Michigan. This is I'm from the Zoo on the Come Through Network. That's my co-host.
Beat up.
Man, where are you from?
I'm from the Zoo, baby.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't want to get out of here, but we got to. So we'll see you next time. And thank you for coming to the show. Kiki, take us out.
Get your candy clean.
Candy clean. Go to the signing, y'all.
Yeah. I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress right now. No. Remix. I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress right now. I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress right now. Can't stress right now. I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress right. Every time I walk, I'm an algorithm. Buddha cosmos with the street rhythm. Slide in the spaceship to the day. Everything we touch makes history. My vibe's so great, it's an energy. That's why you can't stress me. Now I'm a player with the highest degree. So let's connect and grow the family. You got I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress right now. I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress right now. I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress right now. I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress right now. I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress. You got the Romeos and gorillas. I'm a CEO, produce the realest. I make the world flip like a Britney pick. Fam, just tell me what's your endeavor. I'm all about my cheddar. I'm the elephant who remembers. We north, south, we east, west, just champions forever. Play your connection. What do you need? Just give it to us. Got the best weed, got the best cars, houses and stars. All in the studios, drop the greatest bars. Yeah. I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress right now. I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress, I